Boone County case 2014-168, State of Arkansas versus Brandon Jones. This matter is for arraignment on charges of breaking or entering, Class D felony, and theft of property, separate Class D felony. Court will make the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. Which form I'm going to get. On the allegations against Mr. Jones for breaking or entering and theft of property, how does the defendant now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. We'll waive formal reading of the charge.
Note the plea of not guilty. This matter is assigned to the Division 4 docket of this court. Will be set by scheduling order. For a trial March 2nd of 2015. During that week, it will be set for pretrial January 20th of 2015, and I'm ordering his reappearance on December 12th of 2014. Are there any other matters to take up at this time?
Your Honor, I'd like to address the issue of bond. I'm not quite sure what my client's bond is.
It's set at $5,000.
Your Honor, in light of the nature of the charges, I haven't seen any discovered yet. My client has strong ties to the community. His mom, grandmother lives here. He's spent his whole life in Harrison, and I'd like to ask the court to consider a much lower bond to guarantee his appearance.
Judge, the one concern I have is we have charges in this case of breaking or entering and theft of property. Both the state concedes are low-level felonies. However, in looking at his criminal history, it appears that in October of last year he was at least arrested for a breaking or entering charge, and I don't have a disposition of that case, and I'm not familiar with the facts and circumstances. But young Mr. Jones is only 20, and this represents the 5th time he's been arrested.
And apparently 5 times arrested with no convictions, Your Honor. From what?
Oh no, he's got a DWI conviction and some misdemeanors and a arrest for non-payment. But Judge, apparently he does show up in court when he's supposed to.
On that basis, the court will reduce the bond to $2,500. The defendant is ordered to reappear on December 12th. In the meantime, Mr. Jones, it's important that you get in touch and stay in touch with your attorney. If you bond out, immediately get in touch with your attorney. If you don't bond out, I suspect your attorney will be in touch with you. So let's make sure he can't do you any good unless you communicate with him, all right, in preparing your case. You may be excused.
Judge, one condition on bond additional that I would add is that I would like him to have no contact with any individual who resides at 1020 West Prospect in Harrison.
Is that the address of his?
Yes.
All right, I'll respect, I'll make that an order of the court. He's not to go around or have contact with the residents at 1020 West Prospect. That'll be a condition of the bond. All right, you may be excused. 2014-172, State of Arkansas versus Bradley Cone. Mr. Cone. Mr. Cone was arrested on September 11th of 2014 on a charge of residential burglary, theft of property, and criminal mischief in the first degree, a B felony and 2 D felonies. Mr. Cone, on your affidavit, you list employment, but is that a former employment?
I'm not sure. Maybe now. I'm not sure about a job I got or not.
Bradley, is that the Ozark Foam insulators up out of Christian County, Missouri?
That Harrison.
Office?
Too.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm familiar with this employer, and he may very well have a job if he's been a good employee.
My concern is what's indicated here is his level of pay would have him taking home over $3,000 a month, excuse me. Seems like he's substantially able to employ counsel if he's making that kind of money.
Judge, what I'd ask the court to do is, there's no guarantee after this length of time that he'd have a job. I'd ask the court to address the issue of bond. In reading the affidavit, I don't think that he would be a danger to the community. Appears that, at least the allegations are, it was an alcohol-related offense. I'd ask the court to allow my client the opportunity to have a much lower bond or be released on his own recognizance. He's got extensive family, mother, father, child. He's lived in the county his entire life. And if he's able to make bond or get out of jail, the court would find out very quickly whether or not he'd be able to get his employment back and hire private counsel, or if he would still need the public defender's office. And Your Honor, in light of what I'm showing the charges to be in his prior history, the court could make a condition of his bond that he's not to drink or possess any alcohol while he's out on bond.
Your Honor, with regard to bond for this individual, I disagree with my learned colleague. If alcohol is a problem, that is a danger to the community. In looking through his criminal history, I do not believe that there are any felonies, but he has been a frequent flyer in district court And according to the records that I have in front of me, he has been fined a total of $4,966.65 over the years and it looks like just the Boone County District Court. But again, to be fair, of the about 25 charges here, not a single one is for failure to appear.
Court's going to, at this point, make the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. I'm confident he's not earning income and hasn't since his arrest. So I'm going to consider him indigent for the moment. But so I'm making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. On the charges in this case of residential burglary, Class B felony, theft of property, Class D felony, and criminal mischief in first degree, how does the defendant now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. Waive formal reading of the charge.
Court's going to set this matter by scheduling order. It'll be set down for trial the week of March 2nd of 2015, pre-trial for January 20th, 2015, and he's ordered to reappear in this court on December 12th of 2014. And there'll be a written, as I say, a written scheduling order containing those dates and other dates entered. On the issue of bond, after a review of the affidavit, the court, and listening to counsel, of course, the court is setting the bond at $10,000. The condition of that bond will be that the defendant not consume alcoholic beverages, possess or consume alcoholic beverages while out on bond. That'll be the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
The scientists at Shell have created Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, which actively cleans for better performance, helping make the roads more exciting to drive. Choose Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, performance that excites.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the Fitness Club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the Fitness Club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the Fitness Club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison.
2014-173, State of Arkansas versus Stephen McIntyre.
She had Dan on it.
court will make the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. In this matter, on the charges of fleeing in a vehicle, a Class D felony, driving while license suspended, an unclassified misdemeanor, operation of a vehicle without a license plate, an unclassified misdemeanor, sure it isn't a violation, but anyway, and fleeing on foot, a Class C misdemeanor. How does the defendant now plead?
Not guilty.
Your Honor, I would actually like to hear a plea today. I turned myself in last Tuesday. I had everything back to work, back to my family. If I could.
Have you spoken to an attorney at this point?
Not yet. I turned myself in last week, and I'm just like to do it over with.
Well, the court is not going to accept a plea without you discussing it with an attorney. This matter will be on Judge Putman's docket. I'll set it down for reappearance. I'll enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf and set it down for reappearance in front of Judge Putman on October 3rd. That's a week from today.
Thank you.
All right, now on the issue of bond. Mr. Carter, is it true this individual turned himself in?
Judge, I can't confirm or deny that. I'm a little surprised since it involves traffic offenses and a fleeing. That would lead me to believe that possibly he got away. That is true. In quickly looking at this, it appears that his brother got into a bit of trouble down in Newton County, and his brother was in the vehicle with him, and that's how ultimately this came, in part how it came to light. And so my assumption is that there's no reason to disagree that he turned himself in. But he was not arrested on the scene from my review of the additional information that I have in a case that involves his brother.
My reading of the affidavit is there were outstanding warrants for this individual at the time that he was fleeing.
Judge, I have in my possession an information from Newton County that indicates that on March 4th, 2014, the state accuses Mr. McIntyre of residential burglary, theft of property, breaking or entering, and criminal trespass. And out of the Boone County District Court, there was a failure to appear warrant that was issued on July 25th.
In light of the... Mr. Bunch, do you have anything to say with regard to this defendant's status and bond?
Excuse me, we represent him in the Newton County matter. Appears to be the same Stephen McIntyre. This is criminal use of prohibited weapon. And in that case, a alias was issued July 9th of this year. What I would suggest to the court is, if the matter's going to be continued over to Judge Putnam for next week, that gives us a week to try and get this thing sorted, and we can report back to Judge Putnam.
That's kind of the thinking the court had. The court's going to leave the bond at the $25,000 it's set at, and set it for reappearance in front of Judge Putnam on the 3rd of October. That'll be the order of the court. 2014-174, State of Arkansas versus John Corey Moore. Court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Mr. Moore. On the charges of forgery in the second degree, a Class C felony, theft of property, a Class A misdemeanor, charged as an habitual offender. How does the defendant now plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
I'm noting a plea of not guilty for the defendant. He'll be set on the Division 4 docket by scheduling order. It will provide for a jury trial during the week of March 2nd, 2015. A pretrial hearing is scheduled for January 20th, 2015, and the defendant is ordered to reappear on December 12th of 2014. As I say, the written scheduling order will be entered in the matter. Any other matters to be taken up at this time?
Your Honor, I don't have a bond amount. I'd like to address the issue of bond.
Your Honor, can I say something, please?
Why don't you check with your attorney at this moment?
You understand anything you say can and will be used against you?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
All right.
I would just like to say, when I put a 6-month parole violation, I'm eligible for parole in March. I would just like to, if there's any way we can set this matter closer, I would like to take care of it in a timely manner. That way I'm not having to be transported back and forth from agency. Please.
Mr. Moore, that's entirely up to the prosecutor, and it's going to be what they want to do.
Judge, given the facts and allegations of this case, it is a case that at most would require 2 witnesses. So if the court wanted to put it on a faster track, the state is certainly not opposed.
Have you signed for your PV yet?
Yes, I'm looking for parole in March. I signed last week.
Judge, what's the court's next available court date?
Trial date?
No, reappearance date.
It's
10/24, I believe.
October 24th.
Judge, if you'll at least set it for October 24th, we may be able to reach a disposition on or before that date.
I'll set a reappearance on October 24th for possible disposition. I'm going to leave the scheduling order in effect as I've said it. If we can get a possible disposition sooner, we'll do so.
Mr. Moore, I'll touch base with the prosecutor, and in light of that information, I'll see if I can get something fast-tracked for you.
Okay, thank you. And also, my fiance is there before we can keep in contact as well.
Okay. What's her name?
Patricia Davidson.
Okay.
All right, you may be excused. Next court appearance is October 24th.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the Square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The scientists at Shell have created Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, which actively cleans for better performance, helping make the roads more exciting to drive. Choose Shell V-Power Premium Gasoline, performance that excites. And now sign up free for the Fuel Rewards Network program and get a 25-cent sign-up bonus.
Books are an important part of your life, and when you go to Books on the Square, you'll find books that will not only be informative, but books that will take you away. Books on the Square now has 2 locations on the south side of the Harrison Square. Books on the Square carries fiction books, books on CD, lots of westerns, and books full of mystery. Books on the Square, too, next to Deb's Frames and Things, has your nonfiction favorites, religious, historical, and even cookbooks. Take a stroll down the south side of the square and visit both Books on the Square.
This is Beverly Stokes with Community First Title Company. We are proud to be your locally owned title service company, serving your title insurance, escrow, and title search needs. And our goal is to make a difference right here in this community. We invite you to experience the difference a true community-owned title company can offer. You have a choice when it comes to your title services. Choose Community First Title, located next to Community First Bank at 218 East Ridge in Harrison. We look forward to serving you.
Moving over to the list of matters for revocation, we have 2012-44, State of Arkansas versus Aaron Gwynn.
Your Honor, we'll need Mr. Gwynn brought over.
All right, I'm going to direct that Mr. Gwynn will be brought over.
Thank you, sir.
2012-88, State of Arkansas versus Greg Cello. Thank you. Court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. This is I believe the defendant was arrested on the 18th of September for on a petition to revoke a suspended sentence. The petition sets out grounds, alleged grounds as defendant's positive test for the use of alcohol, positive test for amphetamines, with the fact that he lost a job due to excessive absences and failed to report that information to the probation officer, that he traveled outside the state of Arkansas without reporting to his probation officer, that there were various medications that he had taken for various reasons, but failed to report any of the medication to the probation officer, and then issues of failure to pay fees and fines, etc. Those are the allegations contained in the petition. This is a first appearance on the allegations contained in the petition. How does Mr. Cello plead?
Not true, Your Honor.
I'll set this matter down on October 24th. Let me make sure. I think I recall taking this plea. Now, unfortunately, Judge Putman's the one who placed him on probation. This matter will be set in front of Judge Putman on a week from today, on October 3rd. Any further issues to be taken up?
Judge, I don't know if he's being held without bond or not, but I'd ask that a reasonable bond be set in this matter.
Your Honor, he's currently being held on no bond. I looked at the case. It's fairly serious charges, and he was placed on 10 years probation. Given the nature of the charges and the sentence, one would have thought that Mr. Cello would have strictly adhered with probation. And it appears that he has a I don't care attitude, at least based on the allegation. So I would ask that he be continued to be held no bond. This appears to be a 1 at most 2 witness revocation hearing. So we can just have a hearing on October 3rd.
Given all the circumstances the court's reviewing, the court is going to set bond, but I'm going to set it at $20,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
To reappear in front of Judge Putman on October 3rd. You may be excused, sir. State of Arkansas versus Shea Butler. Again, this is a first appearance on a petition to revoke. The petition to revoke was filed August 29th of 2014. It alleges that Mr. Butler, the grounds for it, that Mr. Butler had committed an offense of battery in the 3rd degree in a Marion County case, filed in Marion County. Positive test for marijuana on at least 2 occasions, and heroin and opiates on at least 1. That he had traveled without permission from his, away from Arkansas or away from the home county without obtaining permission from his probation officer. That he failed to complete an anger management class. He failed to report to a supervising officer on regular visits. As well as issues of failure to pay supervision fees, restitution, and fines and court costs. Those are all of the allegations contained in the petition to revoke. The indication is he was arrested on these allegations on September 23rd. Mr. Butler, have you arranged for representation in this matter?
Yes, I talked to Kirkpatrick Wednesday afternoon, and I'm supposed to be appointed Rebecca Kennedy. That was my public defender last time, and he said I'd get a chance to talk to her.
No, Ms. Kennedy hasn't worked in this jurisdiction for a good number of years now. About a year, I guess it is now. You're going to make application to the Public Defender's Office?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you need to make arrangements to do that and get that done.
Yes.
On the allegations I read off that are in the petition, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, I'm noting your plea. This matter will be set for hearing on October 24th. Let's look at the issue of bond at this point.
Judge, I would rather we not look at the issue of bond. It appears since May he has spiraled out of control. What the court doesn't realize is that on the battery, my understanding is it was his pregnant girlfriend or wife. And then following that, we have the positive test, so that decided anger management, he wouldn't complete that. Then when they go for visits, they can't find him. And that's the concern that the state has in this matter.
The domestic abuse charge in Marion County was my stepfather had laid his hands on my mom and hit her, and we got into an altercation. But everything was settled out of that, and with the probation and all that, I didn't have a job at the time, and I got nervous, but I have a job now. I have till November 1st be having all my stuff together, and I will have all my fines, all the probation fees, everything will be caught up. The better, the sooner I can get out of here, the quicker I can get everything taken care of and back on track.
What are you saying the status of your case in Marion County is?
It was me and my stepfather got
I don't want to know the facts. I want to know the status of it. Are you still facing charges, or has the case been resolved in a court?
I had a $750 fine, and I paid a good $300 on that. And then I just got a job started back up, and I have November 1st to report back to him. He said I still have my job if I can get back there before then.
Where are you employed?
I work for Steve Patterson at the Illumination Station.
I'm going to set bond at $5,000. Now, that bond is going to be conditioned upon, if you make bond, you have to immediately report to and continue reporting to your probation officer and get in full compliance with all the requirements of probation. You also need to either secure the job you say you already have, or secure a new job and get current on your obligations. Okay? Any violation of the terms and conditions, and it means, again, I just want to be clear, there's absolutely no use of controlled substances, of any kind. There are 3 positive tests indicated in the allegations against you, and any repeat of that, then the bond will be revoked and you'll be back in jail until we dispose of this man. That'll be the order of the court.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
Liquidation Outlet in Harrison. What will you find today? Where everything is up to 50% off of retail. Hi, this is Amy, and we've got everything from entertainment centers and furniture to toys for the kids and baby supplies. We also carry bedding, luggage, humidifiers, and lots of craft items. With so many choices, you'll find the perfect deal for you. Stop paying retail and head to Liquidation Outlet for great savings. If you miss the day, you miss a great deal.
Best deals that you can get at the Liquidation Outlet.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
I'm from the old school, I believe in people talking to people.
When they say, have a good day, I think they actually mean it.
Yeah, there's a smile every time you come in.
I walk in, I feel like a king rather than a pauper.
It doesn't matter if you deposit $1 or $1 million.
They treat everybody the same.
The customer comes first, and I like that.
They always go above and beyond to take care of us.
I didn't rehearse this.
No.
This is coming from right here.
Arvest Bank. Our customers say it best.
Dr. Sedani and his staff at Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are proud to provide the residents of Harrison and the surrounding area with comprehensive orthopedic care right here at home. Honored as one of the top orthopedic surgeons in the state, Dr. Sedani specializes in non-operative treatment of arthritis, total joint replacement, sports medicine, arthroscopic shoulder and knee surgery, carpal tunnel surgery, and treatment of fractures. Let Dr. Sedani and his staff help you here at home at Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, 870-741-8289.
2011-296, State of Arkansas versus Ricky Stevens. I have this matter down for hearing today. Is it for hearing?
I don't anticipate a hearing, Your Honor. Mr. Stevens has been in contact with his probation officer. They are still working toward some type of rehabilitation process. That's the probation officer's not here. I'm unaware of what further status. Mr. Stevens tells me he's been in contact with him, met with him yesterday, and they're still working on. And you can put him under oath, Your Honor, if you desire and inquire, but that's what he informed me today.
Okay.
The goal at the last time was to keep working on there's a program they want to put him through, and that's what they're still working toward, is my understanding, through Mr. Stevens.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, he's been given a new probation officer, Mr. Hicks. One of our biggest concerns was we still want Mr. Stevens to continue to pass all of his drug tests. I don't have the results of the tests that we've done in the last 60 days or so. So at this point, I leave it up to Mr. Moon. We can pass it over to the 24th, or we can have a hearing this afternoon, which ultimately may result in us passing it to sometime in December.
Well, Mr. Flowers and Mr. Hicks available?
Both.
Okay.
We could say, I would, Your Honor, since they were still working on this, he met with his probation officer, and that's what he was still, he and Mr. Stevens informs me today, that's what they were still working toward. I would move to set it over to December, so maybe this program can be completed by that time.
Mr. Carter?
I indicated to the court I'd leave it up to Mr. Moon, whichever he wished to do.
All right. We'll put it down for hearing on the 12th of December.
Well, Judge, I'd prefer to have the hearing, if we're going to have a hearing on the 24th.
Well, I understood you left it up to Mr. Moon. Mr. Moon proposed the 12th of December. That's what we're going to do.
Well, I left it up either a hearing today or the 24th.
We'll have it on
Your Honor, I'll get a hold of
12th of December.
I'll get a hold of the probation officer, see if he can issue the court some type of letter regarding the status in the meantime.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll get that. May he be excused, Your Honor?
May be excused.
All right, thank you.
2013-242, State of Arkansas versus Norman Hardesty.
I may have.
Court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office in this matter. Let's see. Mr. Hardesty was arrested on a petition to revoke that was filed, that was served on him September 17th of 2014. The petition alleges that Mr. Hardesty has committed a violation of the law involving driving on a suspended license here in Harrison, that he has admitted to the use of alcohol in violation of the terms and conditions, that he admitted to the use of marijuana, and that he tested positive for use of marijuana and opiates not prescribed to him, and he tested positive for amphetamines violation, that he left his approved residence without checking with his officer, that he remains unemployed and not enrolled in an educational institution, that he among other things, he failed to cooperate with his supervising officer by failing to disclose everyone he was residing with, which included a minor, which I think he's not allowed to, I recall correctly. Supervision fees, fines, and costs were all not up to date, and all of these are allegations that are contained in the petition. On the allegations contained in the petition, how does the defendant now plead?
Not true, Your Honor. And I ask that this be set for hearing in October.
I'm certain I took this one.
I believe you did, Your Honor.
Court will set it for hearing on October 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
the all-new 2014 Rancher and Foreman line, and introducing the remarkable new Pioneer 700s. For every challenge, there's a Honda.
Nature's Wonders has been the area's premier location for value and quality in vitamins and minerals since 1994. But that's only scratching the surface. Nature's Wonders also features products that are better for you and your family's everyday needs and are also better for the environment. Nature's Wonders selection of freshly grown organic vegetables and environmentally safe cleaners allow for a healthier heart and home. From the latest addition to the trusted friend, there's something for everyone at Nature's Wonders, your supermarket of healthy choices. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison is the go-to place for all your denture services. We know how to get good results. We save you time and money because our lab is on site. A dental office you will like and trust. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to Harness Boots. Just look for the big red boot next door. Call today. You'll be glad you did.
2013-168, State of Arkansas versus Amanda Christian. Well, I've carefully reviewed the affidavit, but it's unfilled out, so it doesn't do me a lot of good.
Judge, we were denied access to the jail this week, so I apologize, but we can't take applications when we're not allowed to go to the jail.
Oh. Well, we'll find. I want to find out what that was all about. But in any case, I'm going to make the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. Ms. Christian, are you seeking to have the Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you?
Yes, I've done the applications.
You have? Okay.
Yes.
Court will make the appointment of the Public Defender's Office at this time then.
And Your Honor, we have represented officers representing Ms. Christian in the past. So.
I'm aware of that. So I'm making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office. We need to get that application. All right. Let me just check here. The court is the judge who put her on probation. The allegations contained in a petition that was, she was arrested September 14th of 2014, alleged that she had a positive test for controlled substances, that she failed to report to her supervising officer for a regular monthly visit, failed to report to the office as instructed by the officer, was behind on her supervision fees, failed to pay them, owes a substantial amount on her fines and court costs and not made even one payment towards that debt. All of those items, all of those are the allegations contained in the petition. On those allegations, how does the defendant now plead?
Not true, Your Honor.
Noting that plea of not true, again, I will set it down for hearing October 24th. Any other matters to come before the court at this point?
Judge, I believe Ms. Christian's being held without bond. I'd ask the court to set a reasonable bond in her matter.
Judge, and I have a solution for that. $2,660 in cash. She was placed on probation 7.5 months ago and has not paid a dime, according to the allegations.
Court will set a cash bond of, was it $2,660?
That's it.
Judge, I'd ask a bond to be set in the amount of $700 because that's how much you should have paid. The $2,660 was spread out over 3 years probation, and taking the time from the time till now, that'd be 7 months at $100 a month. That'd be $700 cash. And I'd ask the court to set it at $700 cash and not the $2,660.
Well, she hasn't paid probation fees or she's behind.
I'm going to make it a $1,000 cash bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That'll be the bond. Hearing is set for October 24th. Newton County matter 2013-14, State of Arkansas versus Joshua Wayne Blanton. Also Boone County revocation case 2013-64, same defendant. Mr. Blanton, good morning. We got it. Application. This is different. I even looked and I didn't see it. Thank you. We have the Public Defender's Office is being appointed to represent Mr. Blanton. Mr. Blanton was in drug court, and the petition to revoke was filed. The allegations include, in the petition, include commission of offenses, burglary in Madison County, and then misdemeanor theft in Madison County, failure to contact the drug court going back to end of June, multiple times throughout July, on up until the present. He was arrested September 19th of this year on the allegations contained in the petition to revoke in both cases. On those allegations, how does Mr. Blanton now plead?
Denies the allegations, Your Honor.
I'm going to set Mr. Blanton down for revocation hearing on October 24th. All right. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.